every week, Breakthrough Turtle is also introducing us to the breakthrough breakdown. In this segment, should I tell him? Let me go ahead and I know your voice is low. Okay, so in this segment, we're going to look at a piece of pop culture together and break it down with the principles that we've covered today, right? Because what I want to do is be able to show you exactly how these ideas apply when you're out in the real world and you're seeing what people are going through and you can see a reflection of them inside of you. I want you to know what to do. I want you to know what to do. So Breakthrough Turtle, without further ado, do you want to just go ahead and tee up? Just go ahead and tee it up for the one time.
The only people in your life who haven't stolen from you are your kids. Now that you are an adult, now that at least right now you're out of basketball, are you searching out other people to build adult relationships with? Or are you or is everything that's happened in your life been so difficult?
You want me real with you?
Yeah.
I don't leave the house. I play basketball and I go home. I don't care what y'all do no more. Like, all I care about is playing basketball all day. I go home and I try to talk to my kids as much as I can. I don't see them as much as I can because I'm not traveling as much no more. I don't know what to expect when I leave this house no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I've reached out and I've reached out and I've reached out and I've reached out and I've reached out so more that I gotta die with some kind of dignity.
That's not sustainable. Like, you too young, bro. That's not sustainable, bro. You can still play ball. So that's not sustainable.
So I can come up here and I can tell you somebody else's life and I'm willing to do it. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my head backward. I'm gonna put a smile on for you and I'm gonna, like, bro, I'm gonna
you don't gotta put nothing on for me.
Or I can just sit back and I'm gonna tell you what it is. Like, I know that's not sustainable, but at the same time, like, what?
Please, none of us can do it. None of us can do it alone, bro.
Reach out.
Go out.
You
go
have
out.
to change
Go out with.
the narrative.
Go out with.
Go out, talk to people, interact with people. Like, bro, real talk. I'll call us out. Us three. Bro, you be in Miami?
If y'all party, I don't party, bro.
No. We don't party, bro. I'm talking about you have kids, I have kids. Come to my house. We can get bounce houses for the kids. We can sit back on the porch and drink a couple beers, drink some wine, hang out. Like, bro, that's not a normal, successful man's life to sit up in the house like that. Like, you gotta find good people, and us three can be good people. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's not that.
My first question for you is this: What's really good here? What's really going on with dude? Just from that little bit of information. Okay, so Twin's saying he's closed in with his desires, is shrinking them literally, and we just saw that that's his pattern. Right, though. Sublime's saying, I love being in the house, and I think he should do what he loves. Hey. There you go. Okay, cool. Yeah, right. You can sense that there's this tension between, looking to reach out, but to him, it's almost like he's sticking his neck out every time he's reaching out. Because he was like, look, I gotta die with at least some dignity. As if it's a chore to reach out. Which means that energy is not coming from something sustainable because he already ready to stop. He's like, hey, look. He's like, look, I can turn my hat backwards and I can sit here and talk about somebody else's issues, but I'm being real with you right now. I am reaching out. I've reached out to these people. I have fulfilled the social obligation, the social contract. But look, it is embarrassing me. I have to live with this decision and I need to die with some dignity. There's a tension between, okay, I want, or at least I think I should want this life with these people. And I tried to make that happen, but I'm ready to stop trying to make that happen because it was too exhausting in the first place. Twin is saying that's a tough one because on certain levels, I agree with the gentleman, but at the same time, he's living with regrets. Or at the end, he will see how life by design has passed him by. Yeah, okay. And other twin is saying, I felt for buddy. Yeah. First of all, I think sometimes the homies mess it up. You know what I'm saying? I think that sometimes people like, the host was basically like, hey, look, you got kids, I got kids, come over to the house, come kick it, come hang out, come do this, that, and the third. I'm cool with that if that is the appropriate solution. Like, are we getting at the root cause here? Are we getting at the root problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like sometimes we project our how we would feel were we in that person's situation, and we start suggesting solutions that we believe would help us were we in that person's situation, but not necessarily what would help them. And so it's kind of like, okay, well, in that case, let's get to the heart of this. What we know for sure, just by paying attention to his frequency, what we know is that there's a bit of resistance, that the life that this person has, there's a little resistance to it. This person is thinking, I've got these kids, I've got this family, I've got these people that I've been looking to reach out to. They're not responding. I have to stop making the attempt because the attempt is exhausting. And it sounds also like he is wanting to stop having to defend himself from stopping the attempt. He don't even want to be in the room trying to explain it to these people. It's like, listen, this is the decision I made. And so with someone like that, one of the most important things that we would need to do is bring them back into the love feeling. We have to get them back into frequency. When we say remember, we're talking about feelings are frequencies. They come from this underlying source, this underlying consciousness, this universal field. What we don't want to do is push our idea of what he should do onto him. What we'd rather do is bring him back into alignment with the universal field that already knows exactly what he needs to do. Because it could be the case that he does need to take a step back from those relationships. It could be the case that the time in the house, the time in isolation is cultivating the very solitude he needs in order to establish new clarity. We don't want to take that away from him by saying, "No, let's do a play date. You get your kids, I get my kids." Come on. Like we don't want to. And it's no shade at the Pivot podcast. That may have actually been what was on his heart, and no problem. But I'm just saying that I know I've seen it before, where the homies want to come through with an assessment that is based off their own projection of how they would feel were they in the same situation. And make suggestions that are out of alignment with what actually resonates for the person who is actually in the situation. So we don't want to sit here and muddy the water with our intellects. I don't want to jump in and try and figure out what I think is right. With a situation like that, when we find ourselves in it and when we see somebody else in it, the biggest gift that we can give to somebody is the ability to model for them what it looks like to be established in love, to be established in the love frequency. In other words, to be back at one with the God frequency, with that unitary substance. Should they ask for our assistance, then our first step is bringing them back into frequency so that they can trust that whatever the frequency is saying, whatever that feeling is saying, is the right decision for them at that time. For him, it may mean that once he gets back into the love frequency, all of a sudden he feels like, you know what, I can do one more call. It would be loving to actually make one more phone call. It would be loving to send a text message that just tells people exactly how much I respect them, how much I'm so grateful for them, in spite of it all. Whatever that frequency is saying, you have to trust that that is the right experience for you at that moment. Because when the frequency tells you to go ahead and pick up that phone call and make that call, don't be surprised when somebody picks up on the other line and says, I was just thinking about you. Right? That synchronicity is critical. But we're not trying to engineer for that. We're just trying to get back into the frequency that has already calculated these steps, that already has adjusted for the myriad variables. We're not going to rely on the intellect in order to do that, because the intellect only knows a small fraction of what reality is. We want to rely on something that is far more gravitational, far more interconnected, far more precise than our own intellect.